dengan kelompok-kelompok lain, sehingga muncul istilah ratu adil, ya, satu ingin, kan, armadi segala macam, atau mungkin bahasa-bahasa lain. Itu pandangan dari ini bagaimana?
So he's asking about the view of Freemason on the concept of end of the world, because in Muslim, in Catholic, or other religion, including Japanese, they believe that near the end of the world. That's when, like in Java, we are waiting for Ratu Adil, the proper queen, or things like that.
Well, if you want to believe that, you can believe it. I don't believe it, but we will not impose it. It's not that there is a collective belief. Like in religion, you can say we Catholics, we believe that at the end, okay, there will be a final judgment and things like that. It's okay if you want to believe it. I don't believe it, but it's okay. I try to be a good human being, a good friend, a good father, and so on in my way. And so we can be friends and share the world. In the meantime, nothing happens, not yet. So they predicted already many times the end of the world. I've been writing a paper when I was a student in the United States. It happened already several times. A priest said, the end of the world will be next year, and he said a precise date. And everybody came to the place, well, not everybody, a lot of people came, and when the moment was almost coming, more and more people came, and what happened? Nothing. But the priest said, oh, I did a little mistake, it will be later, and the group grow again. And finally nothing happened. So maybe there is there will be a kind of eschatology, a kind of end of the world, and there will be maybe a kind of judgment. It's possible. I am agnostic. Sometimes people say Edwin is atheist. I'm not. I don't know. I am agnostic. I cannot speak about the will of God. And I see that believers from different religions have sometimes the same book and different interpretations, and they kill each other about the idea, about the interpretation. So I don't want to do that. I respect that people try to have a good life because they think there will be a final judgment. I try to have a good life and to be a good person without believing this. And I think we can share the world and we can be friends in the same lodge and in the same society. Yeah. But we don't have one idea about that. Yeah. Everybody is free to think about it what he or she likes.
Jadi prinsip Freemason tidak ada konsep-konsep seperti itu, tapi respect siapapun anggotanya yang memiliki kepercayaan itu silahkan, yang penting tidak memaksakan. Terus seperti Edwin, dia nggak percaya konsep itu, tapi dia berusaha untuk hidup baik. Meskipun dia nggak percaya nanti akan ada penghakiman di akhirat atau apa, tapi dia yang penting berusaha hidup baik sekarang ini. Tidak ada konsep itu, tidak ada.
Apa ada semacam ritual khusus gitu Pak Haji? Untuk merayakan setiap pertemuan. Ya. Kayak di tradisi kita kan ada Kupas.
Gitu, ya. Special ritual. Whether there's special ritual, every meeting.
Yeah.
Well, every meeting there is like an opening. Yeah? So opening is everybody has to stand up and to show that he is a Mason, properly dressed and knowing certain movements to show I'm a member. So two officers will walk and look at everybody if they are properly dressed and if they can show the sign of being a Mason. Then there will be the Venerable Master will light up candles. Then we have three values, which is wisdom, power, and beauty. These are three values that we try to integrate in, let's say, in our life, in our being. wisdom as a value, try to be wise in what you do, and then the other one, power, invest your energy in something good, and then beauty, and beauty it's also, it's not just aesthetic, it's also a kind of ethical thing. So that every session, every week, we have a kind of opening ritual and closing ritual. Then at the end the candles are stopped again. And but of course we have other rituals. You have the ritual initiation. Once after 2 years you become a member, you will enter the temple blindfolded, and you will have to do three rounds, and all kind of prescripts will be told to you. And finally you will be there, and they will open the door again, and they say, now you heard everything about us, you still can go, you're still free to leave. You don't have to become a member. You can turn your back and say, no, that's not me, I go home again. But if you stay, then, okay, then you become a member, you will receive some attributes. We also wear white gloves to show we have good intentions. White as kind of pure. So we have a lot of these symbols, and so you have the initiation ritual, the ritual to become a companion and a master, and then if you go higher, you have 30 more rituals. Some are really addicted to rituals and love to go almost every day to the lodge to have rituals. Most people go once a week and are already happy with this 3 initiation rituals. This is basically.
Ya, jadi mereka ada ritual, bahkan ada beberapa yang senang banget. Rahayu, monggo pinara. Jadi pertemuan rutin mereka.
Kalau tak sebelah mereka.
Ya minggu, monggo pinara.
Ini kan beri.
Monggo
sudah dipersiapkan.
Jadi ada ritual tertentu ya, ada yang ritualnya sederhana, yang rutin tadi, opening tadi, terus ada niup lilin dan macam tadi ya. Sampai nanti ada ritual penerimaan anggota baru, tutup mata ditutup, dia harus prakarsina berarti ya, 3 kali, lilin 3 kali sampai di bacakan mungkin beberapa hal penting mengenai Freemason, terus setelah selesai kalau nggak mau gabung, mau pulang silahkan, kalau mau gabung ya juga silahkan. Jadi tempat silahkan. Terus mereka punya 3 prinsip yang harus dipegang, yaitu yang pertama wisdom, harus bijaksana. Kedua power itu manfaatkan energi untuk kebaikan. Jadi power itu dalam arti memanfaatkan energi untuk kebaikan. Dan ketiga beauty, kecantikan bukan hanya estetika tapi memegang teguh etika. Etika ya sih. Jadi 3 hal itu yang mereka pegang.
Saya di Jakarta pernah sebagai pembuat logo. Nah, ini saya kembalikan lagi ke ini, satu mata. Logonya Freemason satu mata dan dikurung pakai menggunakan jangka. Sedangkan mata satu di lapisan masyarakat Indonesia itu sangat tidak suka, karena di Arab begitulah ceritanya. Apa arti dari satu mata di Freemason?
He's asking about the symbol of one eye. What does the meaning?
Simbol pasti ada artinya.
Because Indonesia, because we are Muslim, and Muslim is the symbol is not so good.
Well, as I tell you, it's in fact free to interpret it. For me, it's my behavior, what I do. The others are looking at me. So if I'm a good person. For me, it's not God judging, but the others. So you look at me, and you can say that is okay, or now you don't behave correctly. But that's my interpretation. You can have another one. It's free to choose, in fact, your interpretation. But of course, I understand. My friends also in Belgium, I discuss a lot about that. Well discussed. They ask me questions about it. Because they believe like a bad eye. that somebody can have like a kind of bad eye on somebody, and in fact have kind of like bad intention or something. I think that exists, that people can be bad and can try to have kind of negative impact on somebody by words, by way of looking. By way of looking at somebody, making them feel bad or something, or maybe even make them do bad things. But for me, in my worldview, it's more the eye of the others. It's not the eye of a supernatural force or something. But I know some people believe in this, and for me that's okay. I still can be friends with them and work together with them.
Jadi di mereka tidak ada interpretasi itu nggak ada. Jadi mau dipahami apa silahkan. Seperti Edwin bagi dia. Dan di Belgia juga ada orang-orang yang memiliki interpretasi negatif terhadap simbol itu. Wah ini jangan mau mata-matai atau ini berpengaruh buruk ke orang lain. Edwin berpandangan itu orang melihat saya. Maka karena saya lihat orang banyak, maka saya harus berbuat baik, kira-kira gitu. Makna apa nggak ada, makna tunggal itu nggak ada.
So this symbol already exists. I saw it myself in Egypt, in Egypt temple. It was there, so it's much older than Christianity and older than Islam. It's a symbol. I don't know what the old Egypts wanted to, why they used it, but it was like attractive, and one day it has been integrated in Christianity, in churches and so on. We see it, and then we also see it in Islam with again another interpretation, but that's okay.
Ya, simbol itu sudah ada sejak zaman Mesir kuno, kemudian diadopsi Kristen dengan diinterpretasikan seperti ini. Kemudian Islam mengadopsi interpretasinya lain lagi, lain lagi. Mereka menghargai semua itu. Yang penting bagi itu tadi mau interpretasi apapun, yang penting kita berteman, kita bisa kerja bareng atau semuanya hidup bersama yang baik. Gitu.
Ya, dalam konteks kebenaran alam, artinya kebenaran yang mendekati kebenarannya Tuhan, itu bahwa harimau itu untuk bertahan hidup harus makan makhluk lain. Harus makan, bahkan yang lebih kuat pun dimakan kalau dia bisa makan kan gitu. Nah, kita sebagai manusia itu artinya kita diberi akal dan nurani. Bagaimana posisi Freemason dalam konteks kebenaran Tuhan semacam itu, beliaunya di posisi yang mana gitu? Okay.
So the question, this analogy, tiger, preserve their life, that they must eat other animals, even the bigger animal. But human has emotion, heart, or really different from tiger. So yeah, that's the truth from God, different between animal and human. So that's Freemason simak.
I think there are Freemasons who believe that human being is a special creation, and I think that some Masons believe that humanity is a kind of the top of evolution, maybe, and so what I think in my lodge most people do not believe that that the human being is a kind of special creation of God. Majority don't believe that, I think. But this doesn't mean that we do not consider the humanity as a kind of a big responsibility in the world, towards the planet, towards each other. But no, I don't think the majority of Freemasons believe that human beings are like a kind of supreme creation or something. I think most of us are Darwinists.
Dia baru menjawab sedikit tapi kebaikan Freemason itu malah nggak percaya manusia itu sebagai makhluk paling utama, malah nggak percaya seperti itu. Dianggap biasa aja, tapi yang penting humanity, kemanusiaannya. But the question is about whether Freemason believe or have understanding on the law of God, things like that.
Ya, ini tadi maksudnya bahwa tadi konsep Freemason adalah apa tadi kebijaksanaan.
Ya.
Nah, dari konteks kebijaksanaan itu tadi kan artinya bahwa jangan dikatakan itu kebenaran Tuhan karena kita sendiri tidak tahu Tuhan. Katakanlah begitu, jangan dikatakan kebenaran Tuhan, dianggap aja kebenaran alam. Artinya kebenaran alam bahwa harimau harus bertahan hidup, harus makan dia. Nah, konteks Freemason, nah seperti itu kan memposisikan diri sebagai kebijaksanaan tadi.
Oh, ini comparing about the natural truth, ya, the natural truth like tiger must eat other animals. How the Freemason thinks that kind of thing.
As far as I know, we don't have a point of view about that. I think you can think whatever you like about this. Some people in Freemasonry believe in creation, or like creationists. I believe that God created the world and the animals, and that there will be a kind of eschatology. So some people believe that. But they are a member of the same club of people who don't believe that, who see more a kind of developments in nature, maybe after the Big Bang, some evolution came, and okay, we know a lot about this, but we don't know everything. We have one perspective. So like for instance about evolution, let's take coronavirus or something. When it came in our life, we all were very afraid, that we were in quarantine and things like that. But we understand better and better how it functions. We understand that this virus is mutating and things like that. So I think most of us are having a point of view of believing in evolution, not creation and not eschatology. But some do believe it. And so that's the way it is, I think. We don't agree about that. There is no one point of view. We are aware that there are different perspectives on reality, and we try to be curious. How do you look at the world? How do you see that eschatology? How does it play in your life and things like that? But I'm not going to impose my views. If you are a member, he should also not impose his views. But let's be brothers and try to understand and love each other. That's what I can say about that.
Di mereka tidak ada satu pandangan. Jadi mereka melihat dari berbagai perspektif dan selalu mencoba mencari tahu. Misalkan ada yang percaya seperti ini, mengapa seperti itu? Tapi intinya tetap tadi bagaimana kita tetap bisa hidup bersama dengan baik, berteman dengan baik dan segala macam itu. Jadi macam-macam pandangan itu mereka hargai. Di Freemason tidak ada pandangan tunggal, misalkan oh ini hukum alam yang benar ngaji putih enggak ada, mereka macam-macam perspektifnya di ada lagi yang monggo yang sangat-sangat boleh bertanya. Bapak ya,
negara yang terbuka menerima sepenuhnya beliau Freemason itu kan tadi disampaikan kan ada yang menolak dan sebagainya. Negara yang terbuka itu welcome lah. Contoh-contoh.
Negara mana gitu?
Ya, negara ini.
Sebelum itu, there was second question that you should ask it. Why there are some countries or some regime reject even ban restrict Freemason, even Soekarno. What happened or what made out?
Well, I can understand that like President Sukarno maybe forbid it here because it was something important by the colonial order, and certainly in the beginning it was something from the elite and also like the what was it, governor or something, or Van Moog who negotiated to kind of step-by-step independence. He was a Freemason. So of course, I can understand very well that President Sukarno said we don't need that. That's a Western thing. I can understand that. But also in Europe we have regimes who rejected it. Like for instance in Spain during fascism. Now there is again under democracy. There's again Freemasonry in Spain. In Germany under the Nazi regime, under Hitler, Freemasons were put in jail. It was forbidden. When Nazis came to my country, Freemasons were put in jail. All the lodges were closed. There were anti-Masonic exhibitions and tried to create all kind of myths about Freemasonry. Just like I told it today to Aji, like in my country, if you speak about Indonesia, people have a kind of perception which is not the truth, it's a myth. For instance, a myth that Indonesia is a Muslim country. That's not true. There are a lot of Muslims, the majority of the people are Muslim and even within the Muslims there are a lot of differences. There are many differences. But the perception which is created, the kind of myth about the country, which is not true. And I think about Freemasonry, it's a bit the same. Some groups don't like the freedom of interpretation of things and the freedom of having a religion or not having a religion. And so the more a regime becomes authoritarian, then they will forbid it. Like in China, no Freemasonry. So in authoritarian systems, they will oppress it or forbid it.
Jadi alasan utama itu adalah Freemason itu mengajarkan untuk memperhatikan kebebasan berpikir, kebebasan interpretasi, bahkan bebas mau beragama mau nggak beragama, bebas seperti itu ya. Nah, rejim-rejim yang otoriter itu pasti anti yang kayak gitu, karena nanti masyarakat nggak bisa diatur. Makanya itu kemudian Freemason dilarang. Di Spanyol juga itu hanya waktu zaman fasisme, di Jerman waktu Hitler, di Cina ya sekarang masih ya, sekarang ketat mereka. Di Indonesia waktu itu Bung Karno karena pengaruh dari partai yang berkuasa yang saya baca tadi. Sebenarnya Bung Karno awalnya senang, bahkan di Jogja itu Sultan itu mau ini pakai gedung saya, makanya loji itu kan, gedung loji kan. Tapi itu karena dianggap wah berbahaya nih kalau orang bisa memiliki kebebasan berpikir, bisa apa, makin pinter nggak bisa diatur nanti itu.
Terus yang welcome, negara yang welcome kan?
The second question now, which countries are welcoming Freemason?
I cannot name them all of them, but I know in almost every continent there are lodges. Not only in Europe, in countries.